Hello everyone, welcome to Worship Media. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell.
Yeah, hey my people, how are you guys doing? Chidi here, reaching you from Toronto. Just reminiscing on a lot of things. I want to thank everybody who is doing so much concerning this our struggle. Every day I just try to remember one or two people who who do a lot concerning this our struggle, especially the bloggers and those people who speak up out there, even just people on the internet. People like Mary Goon's Diary. Yeah, I don't think I listed him last time, but I appreciate what he does. And when Erica comes live, maybe Erica can also help us to just post up some of the guys that we collaborate with that also do what they can to publicize the happenings in Nigeria. Okay. Thank you for all the responses I got after the last video that I did yesterday. Just go ahead and Esther, please, this is the wrongest time to call me, so please, anybody trying to call me now, you're calling me on the same phone I'm using to do this live event. Rita Odweze and a lot of you guys, please, thank you so much. Now, what I want you guys to do is this. I think it is time, and if I say this, a lot of you will misunderstand me, but it is time for us to shift our focus. These guys that we are dealing with, they are, I don't want to say they are smart, because their smartness is foolishness. But people can be smart in whatever way they want to. Yeah, these guys they are wickedly smart. They have their motive is very, very ulterior. Very, very ulterior. They have a very ulterior motive. They are just laughing at us. They want us to behave the way we are behaving. They want us to be reacting the way we are reacting. But while we're doing that while we're reacting the way we are reacting, they are going ahead to do what they're doing. They are not changing their agenda. They are carrying it. I've always said it that these guys have no plans of releasing Omoyele Sowore. When I said it, a lot of people said, no, Chidi, stop being pessimistic. Stop acting like you don't have faith. Faith. I told you, when it comes to the Bible, I don't have to brag. Me too, I get Bible training. Faith does not mean a denial of the fact. No. Faith is only that you accept the fact, you accept your reality. But then you apply a power that is higher than your reality. It is by faith that you are able to do the things that you do, but faith does not deny the fact. And so we are faithful that we will win in our struggle to liberate our country and its people. But then we are conscious, very, very conscious of the fact that the people that we are dealing with are extremely wicked. We are conscious of the fact that the people we are dealing with do not have any plans. They don't want to release Omoyele Sowore. They never had any plan to release him. They never had any plan. All they want to do is to capture him, kidnap him, and keep him. They just want to keep him. Their plan is to keep Omoyele Sowore until Buhari steps down from power. Omoyele Sowore is a pain in their ass. So the reason why I'm saying this is, for those of you who maybe you're thinking that Omoyele Sowore, they have plans. Those of you that are thinking that they have plans to release Omoyele Sowore, the reason why I'm saying this is to begin to make you change your position. This is no longer time for us to be shouting free Sowore, free Sowore. The thing don't pass Sowore. It don't pass Sowore. I need us to begin to think and understand these people's plan. They have a bigger plan for Nigeria. They have a bigger plan for me and you. Sowore is just a small part of their plan. I'm telling you, they know that Sowore knows more than a lot of people know. It is the same people that have been there. They know that Sowore knows all their bank accounts. They know that Sowore knows so much about them. So they are not comfortable with Sowore. They are not comfortable with him. There is no plans to release him. So it is better I start shouting this on time so that we can change our strategy, so that we can begin to focus on what we should focus on. It is good for you to come, to get an update concerning, what's happening to Sowore, his position, blah, 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 the court, the DSS. But more importantly to me is that you understand that there is a bigger plan than what we are seeing. Let us focus on our country and the state of our country. Let us focus on what Sowore stood for, what he was fighting for. Because I tell you people, it is not out of me being insensitive. It is not out of me not caring about Sowore. I care about him so much. But right now, Sowore is not the issue. I'm telling you the truth. Sowore will be more happier. He'll be much happier. He'll be happy if he is released from that place so that he can see his family, so he can continue his business. But I can tell you that Sowore will be happier if Nigerians are liberated. Sowore will be, if you tell Sowore right now to choose between if they give him a deal that, okay, we'll keep you in prison for 3 years, but we will do everything that you have demanded of the federal government of Nigeria, Sowore will choose staying in prison for 4 years. I'm telling you. So he will be more pleased, he'll be more satisfied if we carry on with the struggle that he has started. If we question the federal government of Nigeria, Sowore will be more interested. He will be more pleased. He will be more fulfilled. So what I'm saying is, let us turn our attention to the federal government of Nigeria. The plans that these people have, it's a more hideous plan. Can you imagine a country that has a constitution? A country that a Department of Security, DSS, every time I talk about Nigeria, there's just this feeling I get inside me. And I need to be careful. I need to be careful because, when you allow some of these negative things to like they turn your stomach. And I know when they turn my stomach, it's because it's a release of a gal. One of my doctor friends told me, I even left it in biology, you know, when you're angry, when you're frustrated, you know, adrenaline is pumped into your system, you know, gal is released into your stomach, and that causes you stomach pain. That's what I feel sometimes when I talk about Nigeria. I'm telling you. So I just felt something now. The same DSS that said they will not release Sowore because they are waiting for the federal government, for the court to serve them paper, that they are law-abiding citizens. They are a law-abiding institution. That's what DSS told us. But the same DSS have held a secret meeting. They held a secret meeting yesterday. And in that meeting, they decided that they are going to punish the judge. Can you hear that, Nigeria, for you? They are going to punish the judge. Have you heard that before? For granting Sowore bail, they are going to punish him. What kind of a country is that? DSS will now punish a judge. And you think there's hope for this country? There is no hope, oh. As it stands right now, there is no hope. The good thing is the people who are defending Buhari right now, APC and all those people, they have begun to back out. They've begun to back down. Before, if you said anything against Buhari, APC will write. When was the last time you saw APC release a statement in defense of Muhammad Buhari? All of the people who won election under APC, they just used them to win an election. They are not defending APC. I'm telling you the truth. They are not defending APC. They are not defending Buhari. All of them, they feel ashamed of him. They feel ashamed of all the things that they see him doing. And so, let us forget Sowore for the time being. Let us forget Shagari. Let us forget Muhammad Buhari. Let us think about our country, Nigeria. Oh, that is my own. It is time for us to think up. It's time for us to think about our country, Nigeria. You understand me? That is what we should do right now. Release Sowore, release Sowore. Sowore has chosen his path in life. He is doing exactly what he wants. Prison, detention, it is not a pleasant place. But Sowore drove DSS to where he wanted them. He drove the government to where he wanted them. And so he is doing his own part. But for us that he is doing these things for, what are we doing? We need to mobilize ourselves. I don't care if they say that this man is calling for anarchy. It is time we rise up as a people. October 1st is coming. I don't think there is anything to celebrate about Nigeria's independence. I'm telling you, fine. God has been grateful to us. God has been merciful to us. But we do that during Thanksgiving now, don't we? We thank God every day. We wake up because, you know, we like to churcherize things in Nigeria. We like to get religious. Churches are warming up now. They are doing independence service. They are planning special service for independence. That day everybody will wear different clothes. You see, we have made church. We have made church an amusement place. So, church, I'm telling you, gradually, we look for every opportunity to party. We do Thanksgiving. Then we do mid-year Thanksgiving. Then we do Thanksgiving again during Christmas to thank God for Christmas. Then we're going to do Thanksgiving for independence. I'm saying that we I've been thanking God every single day. When you wake up in the morning, that your morning devotion is the most important place where you thank God. When something happens to you, you pause and say, God, I thank you. Those are very important Thanksgiving things that you do. So as this independence is coming, what I am thinking that we should do is rise up and protest. Protest. I know people are afraid. Do you know you can protest by what you do online? Do you know you can protest by refusing to go out for parade that day? Do you know you can protest by... There's so many ways you can protest. But I think October 1st is a good opportunity for us to do something to let the government know that we're not happy. For those of you who came here to know what is the situation of Sowore, I will not disappoint you. The situation is that they are planning to hold him for the next 4 years. That is the truth. That is what we are hearing. That is what we've heard. That is why when it was released, people were expecting me to jump up. People were saying, thank God our prayers were answered. People were even, sending me texts and say, Chidi, I don't like the way you behave. You are a born-again Christian. But every time they talk about prayer, you seem to be opposing the body of Christ. We said people should pray. Now, see, it is the prayer that we prayed that made them release him. Sowore has been released. So I told them, Sowore has not been released. So stop jumping up. And people saw it that, I'm being too hard. I'm being a pessimist. But don't you understand? People like me, when we talk when people are not talking, we see things that beyond what you're seeing. And that's why when we are talking, sometimes you should listen. Igbo people say, "Nebe nwata na-ebe akwa na-alụ aka, nne ya nọrịa, nne ya nọlịa." It means that when a child is crying and pointing at something, if his mother is not there, maybe his father is there. We don't just start crying for nothing. Our proverb also says that the toad does not begin to run about in the afternoon for nothing. No. Whenever you see the toad, because the toad does not want to, it doesn't just appear in the afternoon. The afternoon is too hot for it. So it stays in the cool shade of the tree where there's water, and it hunts in the night. So when you see the toad jumping about in the afternoon, be careful. You too be careful. Because that thing that is chasing the toad is also dangerous for you. And guess what it is? It's a snake. A lot of times, for those of you who didn't grow up in the village, you don't understand some of this that I'm saying. So when the toad is running in the afternoon, it's because of danger. Maybe there's fire that is coming close to where it's staying. That's when it runs. Or maybe there's a snake, because snakes like toad. Maybe there's a snake that is coming after it. That's when you see it drawing away from the snake. So when you see the toad jumping, don't stand there and be observing the toad because it has beautiful, it's slimy, it has beautiful body and all of those things. That is an indication that you should start looking around for the thing that is chasing the toad. And if you're smart enough, sometimes you actually see the snake that is chasing the toad. So you too, that's a time for you to be running, because maybe the snake is passing through where you're passing, where you're standing, that place that the toad just jumped in front of you, and you forget that the snake that is chasing the toad might come and bite you. So when you see us talking, making noise, shouting, just know that we are not shouting for nothing. There is problem. There is trouble in the land. These guys are clamping down on everybody who is revealing their plans. Can you imagine that since the inception of this government, we are not talking about, do you know, all these people that they pay, sometimes they just pay people to go and gather some things. They just gather things from here and here and come and publish it as achievements of the Buhari administration from 4 years ago that they took over. Nothing tangible. All we talk about is cow destroying things, cow ranch, Fulani headsmen, cow rearers, Cow in the city. Cow should not be in the city. People killed because of cow. The people doing cow, kidnapping people and taking them to places where they keep their cow. People that are rearing cow, coming in from other parts of Nigeria with trailer loads of cow and their families to come and live in Nigeria. That's the only thing that we're talking about in Nigeria. So my call is that as we are preparing, as people are preparing to have a fanfare about Nigeria's independence, you should pause and think critically. Are we where we are supposed to be? Are we truly independent? Have we freed ourselves from the shackles of slavery? I say no. There's a lot of slavery that being practiced in Nigeria right now as I speak to you. It's just that a lot of it is not being known. There is so much atrocities that is happening in Nigeria right now. People have factories where they keep girls. They lock down these girls. They rape them. They get them pregnant. The girls cannot move. They have babies for them and they sell the babies right in Nigeria as I speak to you. Right in Nigeria as I speak to you, girls are rounded up. They are promised that they will go abroad. Yes, they take them abroad in Italy, in Germany, in all of these places. In Indonesia, in South Africa, they are prostituting for the people that brought them there. Right as I speak to you. Just the other day, in Kaduna State, they found 200 plus people chained in one place. Some of them are graduates. One of them actually applied to study to get his PhD. That's to show you these people do not have value for education. You chain a PhD student and you're trying to indoctrinate him. And the younger ones are the ones that after indoctrinating them, after radicalizing them, you strap them with bombs to go and blow themselves up. You use them to kidnap people. You use them to go and shoot people up. It is happening in Nigeria as I speak to you. So it is time for us to evaluate our condition and say, come on, we are not independent. What are we celebrating? Why are we celebrating independence? But we like to live in denial. That's my problem with our country, Nigeria. We live in denial. We just say everything is okay. Some people right now say, this cheat itself. Just leave this matter now. Just leave this thing. Forget. All this thing you're talking about is not bad. I saw somebody. I won't name the church. But the lady was leading service. I says, let people give testimonies. And she ended up by saying, you see, Nigeria is not as bad as you people here. It's not as bad. It's not as bad. I pitied her because, you see, I was arguing with a journalist and I told her that people outside Nigeria seem to understand what is going on in Nigeria more than the people that are in Nigeria. I'm telling you. People, and I was in an analogy like somebody who is inside a big forest, okay? And they are in one side of the forest, they are having their fun. But on the other side of the forest, like a kilometer away, there is a big python coming to swallow these people that are having a picnic on one side of the forest. There is no way those people in that side of the forest will know about that big snake. But guess what? If somebody is flying above them, or maybe there's fire even coming to them, it is the person who is above them, who is maybe flying a helicopter or flying a drone, that can see that fire. So when that person comes and is telling them about the fire and the python and the lion that is coming to attack them, they'll be like, bros, go and sit down. You don't understand. Come sit down. Maybe we'll give you something to drink. Party with us. I beg. Which one be lion? Which one be python? Which one be... See now, see around me. No be better. See green grass, beautiful weather. We're having, they bring that kind of story come here. That is what is happening in Nigeria. we that we live outside Nigeria, we are able to see. In fact, sometimes sometimes I think something is wrong with me. I'm like, why are people not seeing what I'm seeing? Why? It's funny. Why are people not seeing what I'm seeing about Nigeria? Am I crazy? Is something wrong with me? And sometimes I'm almost frustrated to the point of wanting to tear myself apart. Why am I screaming? Why am I screaming about the impending danger in Nigeria and people don't seem to see it? Because the kind of reaction I get, if people can see what those of us are seeing, they will be reacting more than they are reacting right now. So what is the problem? What is the problem with Nigeria? Why are people not seeing what I'm seeing? Why are we screaming? Why are we saying this is what this government has in mind? And people tell us, no, you're lying. It's not true. Why do we tell people DSS does not want to release Sowore? All they need is a judge to just pronounce him guilty so that they can put him in prison until whenever Buhari is out of that place. Why can't you see that? Why can't you see that? I don't understand. You should see that these people do not have any good intention for Nigeria. What is going on? Why are you not seeing it? Just stop joking with them. Stop. When it happens, it's like a big tsunami. If you go and watch all those tsunamis, a perfect example. I watched that tsunami live. When it happened, there were warnings upon warnings upon warnings, but the people there, they don't see anything. Then the earthquake happened in the middle of the sea, and the government sent a helicopter, and the helicopter was covering the waves. But you see, when you see the wave that time, go and watch the video again. Just click tsunami. That tsunami that happened in Japan. It was like a line, just a white line in the sea. And the white line was just coming like this. It was like a movie. The same people that they were transmitting live. The tsunami was coming. People were here. The tsunami was coming. Because they couldn't see the tsunami, they didn't understand what was being said. CNN was carrying it live before it came to people. People were standing on the beach and they were like this. They were like this, taking pictures of the tsunami as it was coming from far away. They did not understand that that tsunami was 12 feet high. 12 feet high, like a 6-footer. That tsunami was double that person's size. And you are there standing waiting for the tsunami to come. They did not understand, but the person on top that was screaming and shouting, they saw beyond what you are seeing. That is what is happening right now. If you like, call me a prophet. If my own is not prophet, I'm not using religion here right now. I'm telling you about common sense. Go and look at the facts before you. You only need to look at the antecedents of these people. You only need to look at how they have acted in the past so that you will understand where they are going. Do you know from when these things started happening, we keep accepting. Everyone they do, we accept. Everyone they do, what else do you want? Until they capture you. When we are saying that, oh, Fulani headsmen are killing people, Fulani heads, they say, no. Do you know, let me tell you something. Do you know that the Fulani headsmen have been downgraded from even, what they call them? At the time, they call them bandits. Now, I think they just call them whether criminal. There's something, the name they've called them. They are not, even Boko Haram, they've downgraded all those people. They are no longer terrorists, so they are not calling them that. They don't have them in prison. Now, all they are looking for is a judge to just pronounce Sowore guilty, and so they can end the case and say he's in jail That's what they want to do. So please, let us wake up and reason like we understand what is going on. I know we are smart. That's the thing that baffles me. We are smart now, so what are we doing? We are very smart people. We can read the science now. Read the science very well. Don't wait till the tsunami eats you up. It's not good. Don't wait for that to happen. Let's just show these people that we are smart, because that's what we are. Nigerians, we are smart. I'm counting on you. Don't just sit down and let these people have. I don't want to go through what I went through yesterday. I'm telling you, we should just. I'm watching lawyers in Nigeria. If lawyers in Nigeria don't take to the streets, if lawyers in Nigeria don't take to the streets by Monday, I will know that they are the greatest bunch of cowards. The same law that you guys, that is a summary of who you are and what you are. Imagine if the federal government of Nigeria shuts down all the hospitals in Nigeria, says that the license of every lawyer in Nigeria is rubbish, says that all the drugs that doctors are using in Nigeria, they should ban all of them. And doctors are saying that, now, the law says that if doctors say that, I'll know that they're the most foolish set of people. So Nigerian lawyers are standing by to watch DSS. It's not even let me say DSS is working on behalf of the executive, but it's not even executive orders that you're hearing. It's just common DSS, so that is saying they will challenge a judge, DSS, and they're not saying anything. In here, the president is summoned. The Senate in Nigeria is sitting. We call them lawmakers. They are the ones that make the laws that the lawyers use in the law courts. Maybe we should, I think maybe because education has fallen to the ground in Nigeria, maybe that's why people are ignorant. People don't even understand the system anymore. People don't know. So you people, we have forgotten that it is the House of Reps and the senators that actually make laws. They are the ones that say these are the laws that should be used in Nigeria. It's not the lawyers that make the laws, so. No, it's not the judges, so. It is your elected officials in the House of Reps. So actually, let us leave lawyers alone. What are the senators doing? What are the House of Reps members doing? So next time when you're voting people to go and represent you, I need you to know the kind of people that you send to that place. And that's why I respect this guy who always comes there and say, Mr. President of the House of Rep, Kai, mana, these people, they are going to kill us, mana. These people, the things that I don't like that they are doing is wrong. I like that guy. He may not be educated. He may not have it all. But you always see him trying to speak up. The rest of the other people are just sleeping. Just sleeping. I'm going to stop here. Because I'm just pissed off, and when I want to say something, other things just flood my memory. It's just getting me all mixed up. I'll just summarize by telling you that it's gone beyond Omoyele Sowore. We are fighting for Omoyele Sowore to come out, but let that not distract us. Actually, now, talking about Sowore is a distraction that DSS welcomes. We should be talking about the whole of Nigeria. We should talk about Sowore, but we should use him as a pointer to the bigger picture about what is going on in Nigeria. These people's plan for our country, it is deadly. Sowore is just one person. Once they succeed in Sowore, they are going to mop up. If you see the kind of people that they're going to arrest, they are getting more and more bold. Before, they will refuse to obey court order, but they will not say anything. Now, they will refuse to obey the court order, but now they will threaten to punish the judge. In a country where the DSS can threaten to punish a judge, oh my goodness, a judge that will summon them to, that judge should summon the Director General of DSS and lock him up. Kai! Abroad, you will see a judge ask them to bring somebody to her court. He said, bring that guy to my court. And the police will go and bring the guy to the judge. The judge will tell him to apologize to me. And if the guy refuses, the judge will... A judge will actually lock up another judge. Judges are powerful. And in Nigeria, ordinary DSS will tell the judge that we will punish. They are not even using the law. Don't you understand? I hope you people are seeing what I'm seeing. These people they are running, they think it's the military. They will punish we will punish him. Like we will deal with you. That not by legal means, we will punish you. We'll just tell Abba we'll just remove your name. Not Buhari. I don't even, did you hear me talk plenty about Buhari? Buhari in the equation is 0. 0 times 0 is 0. If the guy is not there, it's not there now. The last proof was when he delivered when he's delivering a speech, he's reading the speech. So they were jubilating. His speech was okay. Was he the one that wrote the speech? Why? He's not the one that wrote the speech. He just came there to read it. After I finished reading, he sat down. When they now asked him a question that he even got expo before, because I don't know what gave them the confidence to write that thing that they wrote for him. It is because they saw the questions before. But when they asked him, he started reading another thing. So Buhari is out of the question. I forgive him. Please, let's forgive Buhari because he knows not what he is doing. He's not the man. We are blaming him for what he didn't do. He doesn't even know what is happening. Trust me, I'm telling you. Buhari does not know what is going on. So let's just leave him out of this thing jejely. Let us focus on the people who are running our country. Chidi, how do you know? His wife told us now. Don't you guys? His wife told us. So, well, I'm telling you. His wife told us that you people come and take over your country. It's not my husband that is running this country. So the people that are planning the things against Sowore, planning the things against the judge, it's just a few men. And the more we sit down and keep quiet and let them know that they can do those things, the more they will continue to move from one level to the next level to the next level. But if we rise up and stop them now, then they will know that they cannot continue doing what we're doing. So we are enabling them by not talking. Let's stop watching this movie. You wake up tomorrow, you want to know what they did to Sowore. I told you. When they were not prepared for his release, they were not they thought they would get more days. When they didn't get more days, that's where their trouble started. Next thing they heard the judge say release him, they were not ready. And Baba, their master was not in Nigeria. How could they release him? That's how your country is run. So they held on to him. Then when their master came back, he said, who? Then they were cracking their head. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? What would they do? What would they do? What would they do? The next thing? Oh, now, yes, okay, yeah. Let us say that the judge does not have a right to release Sowore. They're just talking as if they are reasoning through their annals. Go and see how the case was argued in a law court by reasonable people. Even their own lawyer, in order to save himself from embarrassment, he withdrew that application for extension. because it was a legal embarrassment to him. He had to withdraw it. Sowore is not on bail. The case that they filed against Sowore has not even come up for hearing. What? Who is talking to DSS? The only time you can grant somebody bail is when he has appeared in court. All we're still talking about is the arrest. You are arrested. Let me break it down for you. They arrested Sowore assuming, and listen to what we're saying. DSS has a right to arrest anybody. DSS can come to you and say, sir, we heard that, blah, blah, blah about you. And so we have reason to believe that blah, 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 blah happened. And so we have a warrant of arrest to arrest you. If they do that, Sowore does not have any option than to follow them to his station. Once there is a signed warrant of arrest, he will accompany them to his station. Then when he gets to his station, to their station, there is no law that says they cannot hold him. They can hold him. The law allows you to hold somebody, but the law also specifies the limit to which you can hold that person, and then you can charge them to court within that time, because you already know. Before you went to arrest that person, you knew the reason why you were going to arrest him. So immediately your lawyer will now charge the person to court. When your lawyer now charges the person to court, somebody will come, they will now bring this person to court. They may say, no, you cannot bail this person because of the offense. So, okay, we will see in court. So you now charge this person to court, and when you get to court, the lawyer will now file an appeal, file an appeal for bail. And then they will release the person to their lawyer when they have met the bail conditions. In Sowore's case, you abducted him. No arrest, no warrant of arrest. After you arrested him, you kidnapped him. You saw the video of how they were dragging him. You took him to court. I mean, not to court. You took him to DSS facility and you locked him up. And his lawyer applied and said, charge this guy to court. You did not. So he filed a case against you for unlawful detention. You requested, the judge said, charge this man to court. Now you say you need 45 days. Let me remind DSS and those of you who don't understand what is going on, that 45 days, as we were challenging that 45 days, you continue to hold him. You have not charged him to court. Then within that 45 days, you charge him to court. The judge has not even started hearing that case that you people. There is a case in court. You will come and pick a date when the case will be heard. Your 45 days expired. You did not ask for extension. There was no reason for extension because you have already filed a case in court. So there's no reason to be holding him. And the judge gave you up to 45 days, after which you cannot hold him anymore. So his lawyer says, 45 days has passed. Release him. The judge says it's true. Then their lawyer now scuttled and said, oh, we want to apply for 20 days. For what? After 45 days, there's how many days in between before you want to apply? Let him first of all go home. Then the day that you fix for his case to be in court, then the person that you're releasing him to will now come and appear, bring him to court. It is when it doesn't bring him to court, that's when you begin to query him. So this bailing we are talking about is like the bailing that you bail somebody from a police station, not from the court. So what is DSS talking about? And they knew. So when this case was argued, the DSS lawyer withdrew his case. Falana did not withdrew his case again because he was ready to, he was filing for bail, assuming the case was heard that day. So they have not even heard Sowore's case in court. What they are still arguing about is his detention. My dear people, I need to stop here. I need to go pick my kids from Igbo school. I brought them to the school. That's you can see I'm in a schoolyard. That's the school bus. Let me go and bring them. and take them home, Jerry. Thank you so much for your support and for staying to the end of this broadcast. All right, from me here in Toronto. I love you guys, but let's shift our thinking. Let's think smarter than these people. All right. See you guys soon. Bye bye.